So I'm in Udaipur yet again to drive the facelift of the new Hyundai Alcazar. It's not new, it's just a facelift, but Hyundai has worked really hard to distinguish the Alcazar from its sibling, the Creta. Now, the Alcazar is an extended wheelbase Creta with support for 6 or 7 seats, but now it looks very, very different, particularly thanks to these 8-shaped daytime running lights. It's also been given all sorts of little modifications inside, and I'll tell you more as I drive the car. There are lots of unique features inside as well as outside. The problem with extended wheelbase cars like the Alcazar is when you're adding a bit to a car, it doesn't look all that good. However, Hyundai engineers have had some more time to work on the car. So as you can see on the tail over here, they've given a tail light bar which connects the two tail light elements. Now, these tail light elements are also shaped like an H. The turn indicator is over here. The reverse light is over here. You also get the twin tailpipes, and it gives a very, very nice feel to the car. And of course, you have the 8-shaped daytime running lights. You've got a bunch of space for anybody to use. Now, of course, you can always pull the rear seats up if you're taking your kids to school, and even then, you've got more than enough space for, a little bit of luggage or school bags, because I'm assuming that's what you'll use a 3-row car for. And in the rear as well, for the rear passengers, there are air conditioning vents, USB-C chargers, as well as air conditioning controls. It's pretty nice. I mean, I'll go sit in the back and see how spacious it is. Of course, the third row is really not meant for adults. But, if you've got kids, this car is actually perfect. So if you're going to be buying the 6-seat version of the Alcazar, it's very likely you will not be driving yourself. This seat right diagonally behind the driver, this is the seat to be in. And now, like the Hyundai Tucson, you also get seat controls for this co-driver seat. So I can push it forward like this, angle the seat, as well as all the way front if I want even more legroom. And this is a lot of legroom. Of course, this won't really be very helpful if there's somebody sitting in front of you. But I also get a sunshade. And in this car, unlike the Hyundai Tucson, I actually get seat ventilation controls. The controls are on the door handle, and this rear seat is actually a very nice place to be. There are speakers on the door. Of course, this is a signature version. I get the most speakers. And in the petrol DCT, I get the second panel of the panoramic sunroof, so I can look out. Be warned though, the diesel version, while it gets the ventilated seats and the table, does not get the sunroof. But yes, I'm really enjoying this seat. This is the life actually. Driving cars all the time. So how is the new Alcazar to drive? Well, as I just showed you, this version of the Alcazar, the signature with the captain seats at the back, means the Alcazar will mainly be bought by people who will sit at the back. So I'm addressing guys who might be chauffeurs over here. And it's not a bad car to drive at all. I mean, with the turbo GDI engine version, which you can make out thanks to the sunroof, this car can go pretty fast. And these winding roads around the Aravalis in Udaipur, it handles very well as well. It's not as taut and tight as, say, a Creta is, but this engine is very responsive. This engine gearbox combination is very, very responsive. The Alcazar, despite its length, despite its weight, can get from 0 to 100 in under 10 seconds. Not that you really want to be doing that if you're a chauffeur. If a chauffeur is trying to do 0 to 100 speeds, I'm sure he won't be a chauffeur for much longer. Really nice drive, really comfortable drive, very good ride, which is very important in a car like this. Now, as I said, who is the Alcazar targeted at? It's obviously targeted at people who want to be driven around. So the rear seat is very comfortable. You've got that table, you've got the ventilated seats. You've got the seat controls. Fantastic. Now, if you buy the version with a bench and you use the last row, it's a great vehicle for the school drop. You know, you have to do the carpool to office and back. Not office, school and back, sorry. And you can see that these potholes in the monsoons, ride quality is nice. So the third row makes sense if you're doing the carpool. It's not a place on, and this is true of all 3-row cars, that I'd want to be on a long highway journey. But as I said, that is true of all 3-row cars, even though Hyundai has provided air conditioning controls and 2 USB-C chargers. Again, great for the carpool for school. Kids can charge their phones, of course. How can kids live without their phones? So if you want to be driven around, if you want to have a nice chauffeur-driven car with captain seats, your options earlier were very limited. This Alcazar now, with the features it has added, really does take the battle to the competition, and the competition are vehicles like the Maruti Suzuki Invicto and Toyota Innova Hycross. Now, if you want more fun driving and you still want a 3-row car, the XUV and Safari come much more into play, as does the Hycross. But definitely from a second row point of view, I think the Alcazar is very good value for the features it offers. This is Kushan Mitra reminding you to subscribe to The Print for more great automotive content, and of course the usual content from the great reporters and editors over at The Print, who talk about everything from national security, defense and politics. Thank you so much for watching.